Hello, my name is Andy and I am the village idiot, a man with a car and a GoPro and an unhealthy amount of time on my hands. And today you find me on the A63 between Selby and Leeds in the district of Selby in a nice little commuter village. 1,800 people or so live here. This is the village and the parish of Hambleton. So straight away you have the impression that Hambleton is a very residential village. It is. There's quite a lot of houses here. It's one of those places which is a commuter village for the likes of Selby and for the likes of Leeds as well. And that's basically the south of the village. The main sort of amenities are laid out along the main road, which is the A63, and after a few twists and turns through this housing estate, that's where we're going to be. So there was one of these banners in Gateford as well. It must be a thing around here. The local councils, local parish councils must have decided to make one for them all. And this one, as you can see, is draped around Hambleton's Christmas tree. And I've just noticed as well, the lights are on that, obviously turned off at the moment because it's still September. It's nowhere near Christmas yet. Way too early before anyone says anything. They must just leave them there all year round, I would have thought, and just turn them on when it's time. that's unusual. You don't normally see a pumping station of that size right in the centre of a village, but apparently here in Hambleton they have one. Okay, that's right next door to St Mary's Church. That's our next major landmark. Let's have a look at this. So a little further to the east there's some new built housing, as you can see. It's not quite finished either because there's still some security fencing up around it. And if you go that way, it leads you towards Brayton and eventually into Selby. But we're going the other way. We're going this way towards Chapel Lane. Just about to approach it now. The sun's in my eyes here, so hopefully this is a good shot of it. There is the chapel building, and we're going to follow Chapel Lane all the way down to the end. It's going to take us back towards where we began on Garth Drive. Okay, so the reason for that last shot is you can see in the very distance there what looks to be like a little wood, a little forest full of trees. That is a nature reserve and it's called Hambleton Hough, and that's where I intended to start this video. However, I confused myself because I went down the road and it said private at the end of it, not realising that the car park, the public parking, is on the left before you actually get to the private road. So I thought I'd gone wrong. I thought to come up the wrong road, and I've only just realised as I've walked around the village that that was where I should have been. I should have been at that little car park. Never fear, however, because that can be saved for today's picture bit. And speaking of the picture bit, it's coming your way right now. Okay, here we are back on Garth Drive where we began. We're not quite done with Hambleton yet though, and there's a couple more things still to see. The first thing is Hambleton Junction and the site of the old Hambleton station. To do that, I have to hop into the car and drive up Station Road. So where we're standing now would have been where the southern platform was. There was a north platform and a south platform on either side of the Selby to Leeds line, which is the higher of the two lines you can see there, and obviously we have a lower line here. And that's a spur that leads to the East Coast Main Line. And the Selby to Leeds line and the East Coast Main Line, they cross each other at Hambleton Junction. And that's where I'm going to attempt to walk now. And here comes a train actually on the Selby to Leeds line. This will be nice to catch. Let's go and find Hambleton Junction. So the East Coast Main Line is to my left here. We've seen this many times before on the channel, and you can tell it is because it's got these electrified lines above it. And the Selby to Leeds line, which is the line on the bridge above, that was also earmarked for electrification. Obviously it hasn't happened yet. And in case you're confused, the line that we've just crossed is the little spur that links the two together. There's a junction a little bit down there off the East Coast Main Line, which then runs across to join this line here. And there you go, that's Hambleton Junction. Apparently this is a very popular spot for railway enthusiasts, which I'm not, but I always do like to include railway stuff if I can find it on the channel, because I know there are people out there who like it. So there you have it, Hambleton Junction. One for the railway enthusiasts out there. Okay, we're still not quite done with Hambleton. There are 2 more things to catch before we are done with this episode. The first thing is Hambleton School, which I didn't go to earlier. I purposely left it for now because to get to it I have to drive down Gateford Lane, and then when I get to the end of Gateford Lane I need to turn right towards my last destination. So it made more sense to leave it until then. Let's go and find the school. But here we are at Hambleton Recreation Ground, right on the edge of the village, to finish this one off. What a lovely little place, nice little desirable village between the towns of Selby and Leeds. Fantastic place, and some nice locals around here too. I've had a couple of interactions with people while I've been here and they seem very friendly indeed. And don't forget, you guys, Hambleton residents, if you're watching this, you can see some more of this fantastic district if you tune into this channel every Friday at 2:30 to watch me continue my mission through the district of Selby, all 74 parishes of it. But for now, this has been the parish of Hambleton, and I've been Andy, also known as the Village Idiot, and I'm out.